Welcome to another week of Spring Anime 2026 tier list. I go over Monday to Sunday weekly episodes and just tell you how I felt about it. There's no anime that I'm thinking of dropping just yet, but you know what, that's a lie. There's a couple. Let me talk about them. So it's this, and I think that's pretty much it. Kill Blue is kind of like a mid shonen that's enjoyable. Barbarian's wife is getting a bit stale. I think a lot of people don't really care about the actual story about, you know, the Lady Knight getting settled into the Barbarian village. I think people just cared about the shock fan service, and the recent episodes, the pacing has been just kind of eh. In Angel Next Door, it's just so diabetic that I don't know, it's kind of hard to watch. But if people want to, again, the thing I care about is the viewership, right? If people are interested, and I'll keep giving you it. Like, it's not gonna kill me to like continue to watch it. It's not like any of these animes are so fucking bad that I'm like, oh my god, I can't watch it anymore. But if there were any anime that people are losing a bit of interest, or just like I'm losing a bit of interest, it'd be definitely these three. So let's rate them. Right off the bat, just kind of mid, also mid, and also higher off end of the mid, I guess. So mid doesn't mean bad, but it's not really good. The romance, lovey-dovey, you know, festival stuff, I don't know. The what's it called? The friends, you know, the friends that we have and the drama that they might be going through because of the dad. Remember, the girlfriend was like, yo, my boyfriend's dad said that these high school relationships are like nothing, so I don't know if anything spicy is gonna happen, but it's just kind of like meh. This one, again, we're like, it's cool to see, like, you know, Sarah get acquainted with everyone in the setting, but man, the pacing is so fucking dog shit. 4 episodes of literally fucking nothing happening except just staying around in the village and just talking about, oh my god, this place is so cool. I don't know. I'm like, is the story gonna offer something else? And this one, I like the new direction with like introducing the new enemies, right? Whether it be the unicorns or the middle school assailants. The fight against baby, you know, the baby man baby was kind of funny, but it's just enjoyable mids, right? Doesn't mean it's bad. They're just like, they're okay. Nothing is like, wow, that was good. It's just like, it's fun. It's all right. I want something more. Something that actually did surprise me was Liar Game. I'd probably say good. I don't know if great is the right place, but definitely the minority rule and the way that they're, you know, elevating the games through these new games, like, it's really fun. Like, it's not just majority rule, right? You got to figure out how do we get into the minority. Seeing Nao's ignorance still so funny, and how, you know, our main character Akiyama is actually using math and trying to figure out a foolproof way and how to win. Basically have paid actors, you know, there needs to be trust and faith in the group, but if everyone just goes balanced out, we can basically partition such that even if people lose, we pay them out and we can win. So it's actually getting better. I'm actually liking it a lot. Nippon Sangoku, we just watched it today. I'd say it was a good episode. Nothing too crazy. It was like a setup episode and talking about the conspiracies happening from within and how, you know, the people are simping for the Wajima girl and Hei. Probably the weaker episode compared to the other episodes that's aired, relatively, right? The production value, I think, was a bit lacking this time, right? Not the craziest character acting or storyboarding, but still a good political drama. Drama. Okay, we're getting spicy with this. So, Second Prettiest Girl, this is way more fun to watch than this, in my opinion. This is just like, I love you too, oh wow. This is like, we're just friends, but we're literally doing like NTR friendship and saying like, yo, like, this girl is so insecure and her best friend is like taking everything away from her, and the drama that happens, it's like, oh my fucking god. This shit is just so, like, and every episode just ends with a juicy cliffhanger too. Definitely like full of drama, and the rom-com is delivering. It's very fun. Iruma-kun, recent episode. Shit, I might just put it up here. I don't know if it was great. Let's just put these down in good for now, right? Let's I want to like paint it and then slowly like promote shows as we go on. Iruma-kun, I think, was a fantastic episode. We're not even at the music festival just yet, but the whole conversation with Iruma in person on the rooftop and talking about, you know, the emotional dialogue, it was actually quite heartfelt. And then beyond that, the actual ore farming happening between Sullivan and this new demon, who is the Demon King Dirkula's personal musician, right? I'm so deep. I forgot the fucking name. It's really cool. I felt the aura, I felt the hype, and they're really getting this, you know, music festival hyped up. The direction was, I think, on point. Needy Girl, most recent episode, I'd say it was also one of the weaker episodes of the season too. It was just like, you know, shopping, having fun, and, you know, just like lollipop and just Yuri threesome. It's all right. There's some funny, you know, what's it called, reincarnated as like a rib moment where you see like the realistic doll come out of the fucking screen, but just chill episodes. Marriage Toxin, I can definitely say was great. The comedy is still hitting. This thing is genuinely so fucking fun. It's just like, man, like the sound master, the aura farming, and the way that he just like, I forgot. Ooh, the phone pharaoh. It's just the villains, the mommy, the auntie, it's just everything about this show. Like, again, if you like JoJo's, watch this shit, man. Sound master fucking hype. And the new girl, Shiori too, the way that she wants to do better, and her like cute little goblin mascot hoodie in the bag. It's so cute. It's adorable. I love this show so much. Classroom of the Elite? Biased Glaze. Biased Glaze. I'm gonna put it up here. You know what? Fuck it. I'm putting it up here. You know what? Fuck it. I put it up here because Koenji. I need you to know, this is an extremely biased pick for me. I understand it's not peak for any people, but this episode, what was really special to me is that we got two Koenjis. Not only did we get a female Koenji back to back, you know, talking to Koji and then talking to fucking Nagumo. Those things are great. Kiryuin is honestly such an amazing character. So confident, so powerful, so sexy. What more could you ask for? And the drama happening, oh my god, it's so good. Kiriyama too, Nagumo's little dog, and the way that Kiryuin shits on it. And then the Katsuragi, Koji, and Ryuin scene when Koji's just pouring water into the coffee, like, bro, what are you doing right now? And then Koenji at the last scene saying, I'm gonna go all out. What the fuck? He's gonna take number one. Now again, I understand. Not many people view this show the same as I do, but I need you to understand this is an extremely biased pick. I'm gonna put it at peak though, I don't care. Daemon's, the Shadow Realm. Great. The group picture, I love the Daemons, bro. The Baldi is also getting really hyped too, with like his giant, you know, eyeball thing. The Kagemori clan lore, very sus, right? The new guy that came out that had Regulus's voice actor, and they got that with the lantern, felt the aura. The Master, there's some conspiracy going on with, is the Master actually attacking? Like, he's gone right now, but we also have Daemons that looks just like the Master's Daemons attacking. I understand it's just like a white and black floaty thing that looks like eels, but does that not what the Master had? Some crazy shit. Some interesting mystery regarding the parents and how they just disappeared when going to Okinawa while they also had a guard, right, within the Kagemori clan. Yuru and Asa relationship broke on. It's pretty funny. Gabi is so cute. You know, I love the Gabi scenes too. The final cliffhanger, you know, Ero Sakuga, what a delight. Overall, this is a great anime. Tensor was on break this week, and so was Ascendance of a Bookworm. I think it had to do with Golden Week and other scheduling stuff, right? ReZero. Peak or not? So, ReZero recent episode. Setup. Just exposition. World building. Nice fan service. Was it that peak though? It was great. It was great. And if I wanted to be very fair, I'd probably put these two down here, right? I don't think Coat was really peak either. I'm just glazing that shit because it has my favorite character that literally, like, you need to understand, like, how do I even explain it in ReZero terms? What's a character that never shows up but has that much fucking clout? I guess it could be like Reinhardt in the earlier part of the story, right? Imagine if Reinhardt pulled up and said, nah, it's solo, right? It's kind of like that for Coat. But definitely, like, this was not the craziest episode. It's a nice, you know, exposition and character building and mysteries, right? Again, Flugel, who is Flugel? Why does Subaru remind Shala of Flugel? The scent, you know, was Flugel back there, you know, Satala back in the day? How does this relate to Subaru? You know, we got some funny theories with Subaru's dad, Kenichi, First Sage being Flugel. It's a crackpot of theories. Shala fan service, boing boing titties. Yeah, I get it. Some cool constellation quizzes that only Subaru could solve too. That was a really cool scene. Overall, just a great episode. We're just getting acquainted with the Watchtower or the Great Library. And I'm sure the content that's going to happen afterwards is really going to pop off. I hear next episode, we're not going to have an opening or an ending. So that's going to be some signals that like, oh yeah, it's going to really fucking pop off. And then we got the episode of the century and episode of the millennium. So Wistoria, definitely. This was some crazy fucking, like, yo, this feels like the season finale. You know what I mean? Like, this is the end of the prologue. It's some Vinland Saga season 1 shit. Like, what? Mercedes, the founder, the son being Will, the dialogue with Finn, the intro part of the episode, very mysterious, nice, lore building and what's going on. The 500 euro pack that Finn's been seeking to find that 5th element, right? Will is the key, right? We're trying to defeat the celestial host or whatever, and we need the 5th element, right? That's that. Beyond that, oh my god. Okay, I will nitpick though. I think that this episode was being a bit cheeky with the amount of recaps. Now, I'm not going to complain about the recaps if it's amazing Sakuga moments, right? Like, these are not dull moments. These are like, oh, this is like the defining action sequences that's going to fucking generate the aura. But they were recapping the shit out of this, and they also padded the fucking ending with the full ending song playing out season 1 and season 2 up until this point. So if you look at the actual meat of the episode, it's not much. But even then, this shit, the reused substance was shameless. But again, I don't mind too much because the reused stuff was hype. The actual bulk of the content, I don't think was even that crazy action. Like, was the storyboarding that impressive? To be honest, I don't think so. I don't. I think that there was some really cool stuff happening. It's all flashy, special effects, right? But I don't really see like crazy movement that I was like, wow, this has fucking got me back. That I would give it to Witch Hat. I don't think it's even a fucking compare. Like, maybe it's a subjective thing. To me, this was actual ambitious storyboarding. This was just like, it's hype, the story is hype, and we do some standard action sequences. Elfaria dropping the blade on Will, and Will summoning, Albus Wiz, right? The original magic, so Will can basically use the magic spells of the people that he's borrowing said magic from. Fucking crazy scene, right? I get it. But it's not like mind-blowing. It's just like, it's hype, action, everybody's around, looking at the reactions, we're in the middle of the center, everybody's cheering, all the fucking haters and doubters, they're now believers of Will, and now they're fucking going all out and crying their hearts out. I love that. I fucking love all about that, okay? It's great. But I think that this is, like, an anomaly. What the fuck is Bulk Films on? I don't understand. This probably is the best produced anime of this season, if we're talking about specifically animation power. And I would argue that even in the character acting scenes, right? If we're going to be talking about like character acting Sakuga, I think that the storyboarding for Nippon Sangoku, right? Now we're talking about the overall series, not an individual episode. This, amazing too. Very dynamic shots, the conversations, the way that the art is portrayed, it's phenomenal. The storytelling is great. But Witch Hat, I don't think even loses on that. The first half of the episode, right? The first half of Witch Hat recent episode was just them coming up with a plan. Yet the character acting, holy fuck. The dialogue, the scenes, like the composition. I'm not talking about the compositing. The composition of these scenes and the way that like even, Coco was talking from above down from the stairway and all these different scenes. The drawing, the shit that's happening within, what's it called? Tetia's, original magic within the clouds, the lighting and then the movement, the abundance, just like, it's just like character acting masterpiece. And then the second half, just action masterpiece. Bulk Films is fucking cracked. I don't know what they're on. It is mind-blowing. The action sequence when fucking, man, when Keyfree pulled, even before Keyfree pulled up, right? The way that all the girls are running around, they're drawing all these circles, like the line work, the penmanship was really cool. But beyond that, when Keyfree pulled up and now like, what's her name? Agate's falling down and Keyfree catches her. And they're just flying fucking up in the sheer speed and the summoning the dragon. And I think that was forbidden magic, by the way. I'm gonna talk about it in the other video. And in the Witch Hat video, my fucking god, the golden piss dragon from the sky eating the tiny ass dragon, the water fluid motion, everything about it. And then the last sequence, and then the Vert Creek cut, right? The Vert Creek cut was actually this. Maybe if I can just search it, I'll be able to see it. I was like, what did Vert Creek do on it? Because this is a name that gets hyped up a lot during JJK, staff listing. Vert Creek Witch Hat Atelier. It was the forbidden the brim cap scene. It was oh, this is the other part. There was basically it's the scene where they're like upside down. They're like upside down, and you know, fucking I think these are like today's episode fucking spoilers to it. But there was like a scene where basically you saw the brim cap basically is upside down, and we're talking about Coco giving a give. That scene was fucking amazing too. And then the final part, keep telling, you know, the guy, don't fucking tell anyone about this. If you are going to say Witch Hat Atelier is just mindless Unga Bunga action, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to fucking tell you. You guys are basically delusional losers that basically the only way that your niche shows can stand up is if you try to bring others down for having great production value. Man, I can't believe, like, I'm just so glad that this is just doing so well. I think this could be literally like episode of the year contender. Like, remember how people were trying to say that episode 3 of this was going to be episode of the year? Questionable. Maybe in the horror department only, because what other horror anime is coming out? This though, my fucking god, actually blew my mind. Actually, I was like just stunned. I was like, this is unfucking real. And that's just talking about the animation power, right? The story I think is also really compelling. The way that Coco came up with like the wholesome positive, you know, outcome, thinking about what the dragon would want. The brim cap constantly being there trying to lure Coco. Agate and Coco making up Titia, Ritze, the character dynamics. They're such lovable characters too, and the interaction is so fun. And Kiefer pulling up, showing that dark side of what he is. Holy fuck, bro. Genuinely, episode of the year contender. I would put that up. Like, this is definitely like a memorable, absolutely memorable, what's it called? Definitely a memorable episode. And that's where I put it. I think that these... Yeah, I think this is an accurate ranking. Fucking crazy episode, man. Just crazy shit. I'll see you next time.